Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's another beautiful day here in Washington State. It really is. It's like sunny and 60 degrees. I'm probably going to sneak out onto a lake later on, but for now I wanted to come on here and film a knife collection video for you guys. I haven't done that yet, so yeah, let's get started. We're going to do folders and fixed blades. We're going to start out with folders, then we'll move to the fixed blades. I really don't have that many knives, but yeah, let's get started. So I'm just picking these out of my little knife thing I got for my folders. And yeah, let's get started. So here, this is something from Sog, S-O-G, whatever. The Side Swipe Mini is what it's called. It's just a little assisted knife. Backlock. Backlock assisted knife. Interesting. I don't think I even bought this. I'm not sure how it came to be in my collection, but here it is. I don't know what the blade steel is on it or anything. It's not marked. Yeah, just kind of a cheap throwaway knife. Next, we have got a few CRKTs. I think I'm always gonna have a soft spot for CRKTs because they're sort of what I started buying when I got into knives. But yeah, we've got a few here that we'll take a look at. If I can get it out. There we go. First one we got is an M16. They make a million versions of this knife, but this is another one of them. Frame lock. I'm guessing it's 8CR steel. Flipper, thumb studs that don't work. Yeah, kind of a cheap knife, but it is what it is. Moving on. Another CRKT. We've got the Pilar. I think this is the Pilar 3 in particular. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. But a decent little folding knife. Fun to play around with, fun to reverse flick. That's about the only way you're going to get this blade out easily. It's got a thumb hole, but the way it's cut and the way it sits, it just doesn't work very well as a thumb hole. You're better off reverse flicking it. It's seriously the best way to get this knife open in my opinion. But yeah, reasonably sharp from CRKT. Of course I put my own edge on it. The frame lock side of it is starting to rust. I hadn't even thought about this being a factor, but I live in a straight mile, about 1/8 of a mile from the Puget Sound, which is a big old body of salt water. And yeah, this is starting to get rust on it. See if I can pick that. I know I can pick that up. You can see it's just starting to rust out. So I'm going to keep a careful eye on this. Yeah, CRKT Pilar. Next up, we got the last CRKT I'm going to show you. The last CRKT I have right now, which is the Tuna. Try that again. The Tuna. There we go. Decent little frame lock knife. Pretty handsome, pretty good looking, but you know, 8CR, what do you... It's kind of like, come on. CRKT's starting to mess around with D2 and stuff like that more commonly, which is cool. I like to see that, but anyways, next. Something from my buddy Mike, Hawk Hobbies. It is called the Avion Contender. It's like a little folding fillet knife. Wicked blade shape. Sorry, I should probably give you a closer look at that. Yeah. Mike and I did a little knife swap a couple years ago, and this is what he got me for it. So, it hasn't gotten too much use, but I think this season, with the salmon running the way they are, and yeah, I think she's going to get some use as a little folding fillet knife. So, alright, rounding out the sort of budget knives is a knife that really got me into knives, and that was this one right here, the Spyderco Tenacious. There we go. And this one's been well loved and well used. 8CR. Yeah, decent little knife, a little overpriced if I had to be honest, but yeah, I guess we can keep going through Spydercos while we're at it. So we've got the first nice USA made Spyderco I ever bought, which was the Pair 3. This one is brand new, brand spanking new. Hasn't really been used at all or carried. But yeah, I dig it. Compression lock, all that good stuff. Moving on, we've got the Native 5. This is a honey of a knife right here. I quickly fell in love with this thing. S30V, lighter than a feather. Backlock, smooth backlock. Yeah, I love it. This thing has got a lot of pocket time and continues to get a lot of pocket time and will continue to get a lot of pocket time. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, moving on. We've got my favorite knife that I own. Someone's always going to have a soft spot in my heart, and that is the Manix 2. This big boy right here. S30V, just pretty standard, blacked out. Love the way it looks, love the way it carries, love the way it cuts, love everything about it. Ergonomics are beautiful. Alright, rounding out the folding knives. Alright guys, had to move spots. My neighbor's doing something over there. I'm sure you might be able to hear in the background. I'm just going to try to talk over it. So, where were we? Benchmades. Yeah, let's talk Benchmades real quick. First $100 knife I ever bought. Over $100 knife I ever bought. Good old Benchmade Griptilian. Combo edge, not my favorite, but it's what they had and I really wanted one. Yeah, S30V. What can you say about the Griptilian? It's a classic. It's a classic, folks, and it is such a fun knife to use. Yeah, super just grippy. Yeah, Griptilian, grippy. Who knew? Next up would be the Benchmade Freak, but I gave that to my dad as his last birthday present, and he was so stoked. Yeah, he's been carrying it every single day ever since, and that M4 is going to hold up forever for what he uses the knife for, so stoked about that. Yeah, moving on, we've got something that is very special to me. Yes, the 940 Osborne. This one is special to me because it came from a friend of mine, Jeremy over at Bumblebee EDC. If you're watching this, what's up, brother? Yeah. He sent me this, and she hasn't gotten enough pocket time, but it's going to happen because spring has sprung. There is so much to do around the property, and I'm just looking at projects as I'm sitting here filming this. Literally, this is going to get a lot of use, and it's just a wicked blade. It's a wicked blade. I love it. And that rounds out the folders. Almost. The last folder I've got is what I'm carrying, and that is the Hogue Deca. Yeah, buddy. This is a great EDC knife. I can't recommend it enough. Super slicey, lightweight, 20 CV steel, and a really, really pokey Warncliffe if you want it. Yeah. Alright, that rounds out folders. Out of my short fixed blade collection, we got couple of fillet knives that are pretty cool. This is the first one. It's pretty basic, you know. The second one is kind of cool because whoever owned it before me customized it. Don't mind the JJ on there. I put that on there, but let me show you this thing. Yeah, they did like this wrap on the handle. Added the spoon, I guess, for scraping guts out when you're fishing or when you're gutting a fish. And then a really, 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 you know, wicked sharp blade. I put my own edge on this thing, but yeah, it's a joy to fillet with. Next up, another old knife. This one is very old. This was my grandfather's knife. Yeah, this one's been around for a while. It's seen some things. It's probably skinned a few deer or elk, I imagine. But yeah, this is still the sharpest knife I own. I don't use it just because of its sentimental value. Alright, next up we got a classic knife that I got when I was like 16. Just because, I don't know, yeah, I wanted one. K-bar. This one's really ugly now. I could never get a good edge on this thing. Probably because I didn't know what the hell I was doing back then. But yeah, K-bar. Not much more to say. Doesn't get a lot of use. Just kind of sits in a box. Next up, we got something that has seen some use, and that I do like, and that is the Mora. I think this is the cheapest Mora you can get. It's just the little guy, and you know, decent steel, stainless steel. It takes an edge, and you're not afraid to break it. So yeah, this is my little camp knife. This is my little camp knife that stays in the Civic. So yeah, there's that. And last, I'm not going to say last but not least because this isn't a very impressive knife, but lastly is a Sog Seal Strike. I don't know why I ever bought this thing. Couldn't tell you what I thought I was going to use it for. That rounds out my knife collection as of right now. So, hope you enjoyed. Last thing we're going to do on here is a pocket dump. So, yeah, let's do that real quick. Starting out with what I just showed you, the knife. I do want to talk a little bit more about it, and that is the Hogue Deca. I'm really enjoying this so far. It is super easy to carry. I forget it's there. And yeah, it's just good to go. I'm going to continue carrying it for a couple more weeks, and then probably going to transition into something a little different. Not sure what that's going to be yet. Might be the Para 3, because that Para 3 that I have hasn't really got a lot of pocket time. Could be the Native 5. I could just go ahead and carry the Native 5 because I know that's an amazing shorts knife. Yeah, I don't know. But in the meantime, this is a honey. Breaking down cardboard is like this thing's middle name, I swear. With that pointy tip and everything, it's just psh, yeah. Alright, in the same pocket as my knife is a couple coins I like to carry. Little good luck charms, I guess. And my key bar. Thanks, Hawk Hobbies. Next up, we got my wallet. I actually got a new wallet. I finally broke down and went over to those one of those minimal. No, I didn't. It's the same old brick. It's the same old wallet. Come on, folks. You know me better than that. Love this thing. Next up, tool, multi-tool, pocket tool, whatever you want to call it. Rocking Leatherman Free T4 today. Good tool. Knife and all the other tools it has on it. It's got an exceptional pry tool, I guess you call it, on here. Let me show you that real quick. So here's the pry tool. It's got some decent stock on it. It's got like a little box opener bevel right there. I don't know. I found it very useful. Just about as useful as the scissors. But yeah, the scissors, oh yeah, let me talk about those real quick. These are exceptional. Cuts braid, fishing line, braid, cuts braid cleanly, which is awesome. You don't like those frayed ends when you're cutting braid. And braid's tough, so. Anyways, pocket tool. Watch is the usual Casio fishing watch. I don't have it on right now. And keys are the Civic keys today. They're also inside. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope you got something out of it. And, yeah, I just realized I hadn't done a knife collection video before, so I might as well. Yeah, thanks for the continued support of the channel. And I'll probably see you on the water next time. So, see you there.